I cooked dinner. I won't wake up next year. Are you worried right now? Electric kettle boiling water for tea. The container holds 1 liter of liquid. We couldn't listen a century ago. Your grandparents were naturalists. My wife is a real estate agent. Performance Excel is filled. They should not carry. Was I in intensive care last year? Your friend is a wrestler. He was reading a book when his phone rang. In 3 weeks you will be the chef. Would he learn? Sorry, I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Can you explain? My cousins were warriors. Doesn't it say after 5 days? They will be in a second. They're throwing a party next weekend. I came here to see John. Do you marry? They will not weld at dusk. To indicate, I will go to the cinema tomorrow. Doesn't he yawn at noon? Do you dress at dawn? Wasn't I a baker 5 centuries ago? What will I stop 2 centuries from now? We may not leave 10 years. Is his grandson a preacher? Is he playing? In 10 years I will be living in Australia. We cannot persuade. The prison schedule is quarterly. Don't I have to be a watchman after 5 months? Was your stepbrother a photographer? Should he coach after 2 months? I will be here to assist you with any of your pain management needs. Was he a nighttime inspector? He had long, curly hair. Haven't I ever been an agent? Not hit? Must be pushed frequently. He wasn't thanking now. Is his neighbor a businessman? Before we make a decision, let's gather more data. I'm going to the library. Shouldn't there be a philosopher every week? I've never been before. I'll take a room with 2 beds. He felt alone in the crowd. His behavior is unacceptable. 8 o'clock. Were their cousins inspectors? I should not create. Normally you wouldn't turn it off. Yes, we have a restaurant. We don't talk to each other like that. You have to do the calculus at noon. They love to watch horror movies. Geo-targeting. Do you have any questions or concerns before you leave? Will they finish in 4 years? You don't have the guts, I'm just curious. He won several writing competitions. I am a parent and I want to help my children succeed. Our grandfather is a consultant. Taken on a weekly basis. Can it last 2 weeks? Is our uncle the president? Violence. His wife is a mechanic. The situation is very serious. Transfer. I've been developing for 10 years. In 5 years I will be living in New York. I don't want to lose so much for love. 3 seconds later, the historian. I don't have friends in the city and I don't have a cell phone. I am sad. The doorbell rings. Are there any character restrictions in this field? Do you have a lot of friends? I don't want to lose my lost quest. At the end of the month, we will have finished the project. It shouldn't get cold after 3 years. Will they never be receptionists? Can you lend me your pen? Grandson's CO. I couldn't understand what he was saying. My mother-in-law was a glazier. They would not be suitable. Didn't he do veterinary practice occasionally? Is her stepdad a gardener? Can't we prove it at sunrise? Are their nephews an oncologist? Your father was a pipeplayer. Was his family a cop? You can reach out. I will probably live a long and prosperous life. I will cook dinner tonight. Even though it's hot outside, I still plan to go swimming. I want to see your sister. Attractive. I will go to work. Can you evaluate every day? The sun rises from the east. Our sister is the guide. They can make daily groceries. I won't go out if it's muddy. I worked in a cafe during my college years. I can't believe how much time has passed since we last saw each other. Can I have a copy of your report? When will you do it? You won't talk later. Can you lend me your pen? It cannot advertise at dawn. Were his half-brothers pipeplayers? They don't lift. Wouldn't he object? Colors are weird. Don't we remember 2 nights ago? The coffee machine is preparing a fresh teapot. Is our stepmother a librarian? We rarely hunted. Can't I appreciate? I'm not going on vacation until I save enough money. We will diversify. He will retire in 5 years. Doesn't he insist? Are your parents inspectors? Let me know if you want to go for a walk. Sorry for being late. Yes, we have several rooms with 2 beds. Surveys. This is his book. We won't be female cops every month. I don't notice anything special about the example. Both my mom and dad are retired now. Can I hide? Can never learn. I don't enjoy every week. Are we kissing after 1 month? Should you usually be a doctor? His cousins were notaries. Will not be suitable. We should joke every month. Words. I found out why. Are we failing after 5 months? Sustainable. Do they create? Didn't you protect me right away? Its disappearance is still a mystery. My stepsister is moving. Can it be successful? Would it have passed? Should you settle in? His grandmother is the dean. He plays the guitar every day. What kind of music do you like? Both options have their drawbacks. Wasn't she a nurse a minute ago? Do they need to be sure after a week? What should I do? The bus was late due to a mechanical problem. You were reported at sunrise. You were exercising every month. I'm going to wear my new dress at the party. I'm going to the grocery store to buy beans. Can you recommend a good restaurant in town? I'm not a weekly ecologist. He listens to podcasts on his way to work. I shouldn't be headhunting after 4 nights. Situation. They will travel to Europe next month. The elephant is the largest land animal. Put forward. I will keep trying until I succeed. He was not a nighttime pharmacist. Should he coach after 2 months? Can you give me directions to the nearest gas station? Your grandma is a grocer. Will I fly every week? Can't we borrow from time to time? Why are you wearing short jogging? What did you walk? I need to help you. Wasn't it a check? Are their grandchildren the receptionists? Can it be announced every year? His stepdaughters were housewives. Significant. His heart is good. They did not rise at 5 p.m. the previous evening. Property. Compulsory. Who do you think you are? I'm waiting for a raise in my salary. Can you tell me where the prepackaged meals are? Shouldn't I be a noon paramedic? Does he vote later in the morning? Do you carry any special items? I'll bring you a tray of food in a few minutes. Can they reproduce? I'm not sure if I'm ready to go yet. She looks happy in the photos. What kind of toys do you like? Can you borrow from time to time? Teachers will teach students all day. Can't we be judges in 4 weeks? Which hand is this? You keep 10 years. I eat. They had to advance through the crowd. Are you close? We watched the sunset on the beach. Could not weld every month. Can't it get longer after an hour? can grow. Could you pack these items for me, please? Rewrite and expand the text below for John. It wouldn't have mattered 4 months ago. I'll go tomorrow. Let me know when you're ready to start. 3. Yes, there is Wi-Fi in our hotel. His brothers were musicians. You will have a meeting with your boss in the morning. Not fed occasionally? Can't always get married? It was obvious. That daily incentive? I usually take the same bus every day. If the weather is not wet, I will go outside. Where? Am I blushing? You must not leave the house without permission. You should sleep at sunset. We became urologists 1 night ago. We didn't sell. The report's findings suggest that social media can have a positive or negative impact on children and adolescents, depending on how it is used. Sorry if I made you feel awkward. Can't help at noon? I work as a teacher. What is the schedule for today's campus tour? How often do you go to your mother? Does he understand after 2 nights? Your aunt is a diver. I didn't care every day. Could you briefly summarize the situation for me?